Hey everyone, welcome back to Trade Journal number 8. I didn't have a Trade Journal video last week, so I can kind of update on some of those trades and then the positions that I'm currently in for this week. Last week I basically just closed out my covered call on Wkhs for around $120 in profit. And this week I've actually taken a similar trade. So as you can see here, we have Wkhs pulled up. On Tuesday, which was the 15th, I took a trade on Wkhs. I basically bought 100 shares at 25.76, which is right here at this level, and then I sold a call at the 26 level. This is a covered call. Basically, you have 100 shares of the stock and you sell an options contract. So basically now I basically collected premium for selling the call at $26, so I make $100 for selling that. And now if the price finishes below 26, I get to keep the $100. If the price finishes above 26, I get to keep the $100, but I also get my 100 shares taken away. So looking at the price right now, it's basically Wkhs is pulled up to $28. It's above 26. So on Friday, if the market closes above $26, I get to keep the $100 credit for selling the option. Plus, I get to make an additional $25 because I bought the stock at $25.76 and I'm going to sell it at $26 in order to fulfill that contract. That's the first trade that I took this week. I've also taken a position on Aapl. Tech stocks overall have been kind of pulling back recently, and there's been some softness in the market, and then just new reports from the Fed and jobless claims and things like that. I decided to sell a put at the 110 level. So 110 would be right about here. Basically, this option expires next Friday. So how this works is if Aapl finishes above 110 by next Friday, I basically get to keep the premium for selling this put, which in this case was about $200, and nothing else happens. The option expires. I get to keep my $200 for selling it, and then the price can do whatever it wants. If, for example, Aapl closes below 110, what happens then is I end up with 100 shares of Aapl. So as long as the price kind of finishes somewhere around here, I should be okay, and I can kind of sell the call on the other side. But the worst case scenario here is if the price just continues to drop, I still have to buy the stock back at 110. But again, even in that scenario, Apple's a really strong company. I could hold the stock for a while and continue to sell calls, collecting premium against it on a weekly basis. So those are my trades for this week. I'll have an update next week on kind of how these are playing out and what I'm looking for kind of going into the next week there. Other than that, feel free to leave any comments or questions down below, and let me know if there's any topics you want me to go over in particular.